up in understanding how to look more naturally when dancing salsa. Understand that the hip is the basis for all movement, and this doesn't apply just to salsa, this applies to pretty much everything we do in life. As you see people that are very, very active, it's always this kind of position here. And if you look at it from the side, I'm in this position here. My weight is evenly distributed between the balls of the feet and the heels. I'm not toe weighted, I'm not heel weighted. You're standing on 4 points of contact. Toes, toes, and heels, heels, and my hips sit strongly in the middle of that. My chest will project forward, my head up and straight, following the length of the spine. Place the ball of foot on the floor, place down the heel, set the knee, and then set the hip. Notice that when I put the ball of foot on the floor, I am putting most of my weight on that. I have not completely changed weight. I will set the heel down. At that point, I am completely on that foot and set the knee. I put the ball of foot on the floor, set the hip. I set the knee. At that point, I'm completely off the other foot. Setting the knee means putting weight so that the knee starts to pull back and my hip settles through. The hip has a natural side movement, which is what we did at the beginning when the side exercises. So that hip will naturally move to the left. We're going to do the ball of the foot, the heel, set the knee, and set the hip. Ball of foot on the floor, the heel, set the knee, set the hip. Ball of foot on the floor, set the heel, set the knee, set the hip. So let's do that on side movements to the left. We're going to go ball, heel, knee, and hip. 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 Let's go the other way. To the right. Ball, heel, knee, and hip. 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 A common mistake you will find is that when we set the ball and the heel down to set the knee actually moves forward. If the knee moves forward, that means that your weight is shifting towards the knee, putting you in a very weak position so that the hip can't really do much. Look at it from the side. I'm going to go ball, heel, and the knee slides forward. We do not want this. I want to go ball, heel. By setting the knee means I need to pull the knee so that it doesn't move. And now I can set the hip as that knee straightens to whatever degree of straightening you want, depending on what you're dancing. Once again, from here, I'm going to go ball, heel. The knee does not slide forward. Ball, heel, the knee pulls back so that it stays not beyond the foot. At that point, my weight feels heavy in the hip. And from there, my hip can settle through in a strongest position. We'll do the same thing moving forward. No different. I'm going to go from my right foot. I'm going to go forward left. Ball, heel. Once again, I'm going to set the knee so that I can get my weight onto that foot and set the heel, the hip. From here, once again, I'm going to go forward ball, heel, set the knee, and hip. Ball, heel, set the knee, and the hip. Ball, heel, set the knee, and the hip. Notice that there's not a lot of movement on setting the knee. It's just a strengthening. Let's go back. Ball, heel, set the knee, especially moving back. I want to make sure that that knee goes through and into a strong position so that I can set my hip. Ball, heel, set the knee, and hip. Ball, heel, set the knee, and the hip. Ball, heel, set the knee, and the hip. Ball, heel, set the knee, and the hip. Your knees should not hurt while you do this. If your knees start to hurt, check if you are sliding forward into the knee. If you're sliding forward into the knee, as you can see, that puts a lot of pressure on the knee. That's the wrong thing to do. So make sure that your knee does not slide forward and it stays on top of the foot so that the hip is what's being used to carry the weight. Second thing that might make your knees hurt is if your knee is not tracking the foot. If your foot is going to the outside but your knee's going way inside like this, that's putting undue torque and strength on the knee, which is the knee's not designed to work that way. Same thing if it goes to the outside. My knee should track the knee. Whether my foot is winged, styled, or just straight. Notice that my knee is still tracking the foot. It should not be here. There should be no weight there. I can do that in a styling position, but there's no weight on it. Once I put weight on it, that alignment will always be in place. Here, not here, or here. Foot is going this way, here. The salsa side basic. Ball, heel, knee, hip, ball, heel, knee, hip. 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 Forward and back mambo basic. Ball, heel, knee, hip, 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 ball, heel, knee, hip. Slow and quick, slow and quick, slow and quick, slow and quick.